right down here, you got a drain cap right there. You just unscrew this.
All right.
Your hose will hook straight up to that. Don't lose the cap.
So this isn't insulated, as I would have thought.
Pretty much all the sides are completely insulated.
Okay.
This is the only open
One
part
side.
of the tub.
Okay, got it.
And that's just because that's where they put everything.
Got it.
But
right.
down here though, you got a ball valve. It's on the very top of this thing. When it's parallel with the pipe, that means it's open. When it's
Perpendicular.
perpendicular,
That makes sense.
it's closed. You can just hook your hose straight up to that and let it drain out wherever. As long as your tub is balanced. I don't know how much grass you have around here, can't really tell, but it shouldn't kill any grass or anything as long as it's balanced. This is a pretty slow way of draining the tub though. What I might recommend, if
we have a pump, we have an electric pump.
Yeah, if you have a sub pump,
we have a sump pump. We pop in there, and
sub pump makes it go a hell of a lot quicker.
Right.
It's a lot better.
Okay.
You might need to open that just to get the last little bit of water out of it, but other than that, you're good.
All right.
That other drain cap, or that other cap down there, that's something that only service technicians will typically need to
get into.
So you shouldn't need to worry about that.
Got it.
When this door is on, this will be lighting up, and this top one will be green, the bottom one will be blue.
So there's actually a little swirl.
This
So that swirl. Okay, got it.
This swirl, top one will be green, bottom one will be blue.
Okay.
And then I think hot should be a different color than spring. I can't quite remember though. But
when you say hot and spring, what does that refer to?
well, it says hot spring on there.
Yeah. Oh, I
So
see the other.
one-
Oh, got it. So you have 4 colors.
Well, it will be 2 colors, but they'll match to one of
Okay, got it.
those. But they will be solidly lit at all times.
All right. And if they're
If they
not,
start flashing for any reason, first thing you should always do, pull out your filters, give them a quick clean,
okay.
and then throw them back in there. Shut off your breaker for about 15 seconds or so. Turn it back on. That will reset that light. If the light continues to flash, then you might have an issue, and you probably should call the shop, see
what needs to be done?
Yeah.
So when
But-
you're actually firing it up, you have a 30 amp and a 20 amp.
Yeah, you just, when you turn it on, you just turn them both on.
So both at the same time. So not one, then the other.
No.
And the 30 amp is for the heater or the jet?
He would definitely know. Which one's for the heater and which one's for the jet? 30 and 20?
It's a 6K or a 4K heater.
He's the service guy, so he knows
Great.
about that.
This is a full KW, so that means it's running off your 20 amp.
So the heater is the 20 amp. Okay.
So the heater's the 20 amp and the 30 amp is for the jets?
And everything. Everything.
Everything. Okay. Great.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, if either of those starts flashing and cleaning your filters doesn't solve the issue, give the shop a call. They might be able to deduce what's wrong with it.
Got it.
And the reason we tell you to clean off the filters is because, you know, that's the first thing they're going to ask you to do anyways.
Right. And
So,
so
you
just
might as
use
well do it before.
high pressure hose or jet?
Now, you can just use thumb pressure with the normal hose.
Okay.
You probably don't want to use any more than that.
Got it. All right.
But moving on into your tub.
All right.
So you've got this handle right here. You're not going to want to use it most of the time though, as
On
you
the
probably know
edges.
from your other tub.
Right, they tear.
Yeah, it's a suction seal, so just want to put your fingers under here and just lift up, slide back,
Slide back.
put it over. Now it's typically a pretty good time to get into your tub because you can use this as a handrail if necessary.
Got it.
It will support your weight. I wouldn't recommend sitting on it or anything, but you can use it as a handrail if necessary.
Okay.
If you're inside the tub, you just lift up from the center. If you're outside the tub, just reach in as far as you can. Just lift it up.
All right.
It just sits like that. Over here, you have a little wind lock for this.
Okay.
Just slides into here. Just
Got
makes it so that it doesn't come back on top of you if it's windy.
Okay.
Always make sure that this is out before you try to close it or open it or anything like that, because I've had a few people that just decide not to check and then eventually it just destroys their cover assist.
Okay.
So,
Got it.
moving back to the front though. This is your controller for the tub. Can't show you too much on it right now because it's not powered up, but you know, it is wireless. I wouldn't take it too far from your tub though, because if it gets too far away, it will desync. Inside your owner's manual, which is in your bag over there,
Okay.
it will tell you how to resync this if it ever becomes desynced.
Okay.
But generally, the things that can desync it is taking it too far away from the tub, letting the battery die, which this is the charger for it.
Okay.
So you want to make sure it's on here at the end
Well,
of the
we
day.
probably want to actually just make sure that I adhere it to that in some
Yes.
way, that it's not going to go walking off or get dropped or
Someone will
Just-
probably
yeah.
accidentally forget about it.
exactly.
And this thing is water resistant, but it's not waterproof.
Okay.
It will float in your tub, but don't just let it float in there for
Got
an
it.
extended period of time.
Got it.
If this does become desynced for any reason, though, you do have jets and lights controls right here.
Okay.
That's pretty much it for that. Right here, you got your main diverter valve. Controls the general pressure of all the jets around your tub. You've got a whole lot of other ones around the tub. 2 over there, 1 in the back, and then 2 over there as well. They typically control the seat closest to them, and that seat's general pressure as well. And then
Is this another set of jets up here?
that's your waterfall feature, which I'll get to that in just a moment. But down here as well, all of your jets, all the larger jets anyways, spin open and closed individually as well.
Cool.
So,
So you can control those. All right.
The small ones and these bigger ones will move around with your finger.
Oh.
So you can position them in different areas.
Great.
The smaller ones are a little bit more difficult to move, but when there's water flowing through them, when there's
Okay.
water in it, should be easier.
Great.
For the most part, though, I don't know where, what settings are in each area on this thing. So
We'll have
for
to
the most
we'll
part,
play.
yeah, it's a
Good.
it's a big toy.
Trial
You
and
can
error.
play with it.
Got it.
The only important one should be this one, right? Okay. This one controls that waterfall right there.
Okay.
If you like the waterfall on, it's great, leave it on. But if you don't like it on for whatever reason, just make sure that this is at least coming out at a bit of a trickle. Because you want water circulating through that waterfall, because there's a box back there that fills up with water.
Okay.
If it doesn't continue to circulate with the rest of the tub, that water will get stagnant and gross. The next time you turn this on, you'll just have a bunch of gross water in your
Got
tub.
it. Yeah,
So,
that's lovely. That's always fun. A little swamp pool.
way back. Moving down here though, into your filter compartment. You got
Ooh,
5
five
Tri-X filters.
filters. No kidding.
You got 4 white pipes and then 1 gray one. The gray one will be running 24/7.
Okay.
So, but the white ones will only be running when the jets are on.
Okay.
So, about once a week, you're going to want to come out here, pull this one out, and switch it with one of the other 4.
Okay. Got
I'd
it.
probably recommend numbering them so you know which
Number.
one's which.
Okay. Got it.
Because every week you're going to want to switch it with another one so
Got
that
it.
they
Go
get
through-
equal use on that pipe.
Perfect rotation.
These don't have a right or wrong way going in, so you can
Either
put it in
or.
however.
Okay. So we'll label both sides.
Just put that in the pocket. Once these have all had a turn on that gray standpipe, though, you're going to want to pull all of them out and just thumb pressure with your hose, get any of the larger debris
Got
off
it.
of these.
Okay.
Lost my train of thought for a second. There, you are able to put these in the dishwasher. No heat, no soap. You
Oh.
can do it. I don't necessarily see why you would.
Right. All right. Well.
It's much quicker and much easier to do it with the thumb pressure of the hose.
Right.
And I probably wouldn't, unless you have a second set of filters, I probably wouldn't pull them out for that period of time.
Right.
You want to make sure they get back in the tub and are still filtering everything.
Right.
Another thing you might want to look into getting, shop is super far away, so you might want to find an alternative to this, like something you can probably find filter degreaser online somewhere.
Right.
And
Yeah, we have solution for cleaning the filters.
okay, so
There's product
you might
out
already
there.
have some too from your previous tub.
Yep.
But so, probably at the end of that 5-week cycle, you're going to want to spray some of that on here, leave
Okay.
it for about 15 minutes, and then
Hose
get
it
all
off.
of it off. Make sure all of it comes off. No more bubbles on these filters.
Okay.
Because if you put these in there with those bubbles still on
It's
there,
just gonna cycle
it's gonna turn into a bubble bath. So,
Okay, gotcha.
The only other thing that's going to be going on down in this pipe, or the only other two things, don't fall over, is this is where you're going to be filling it from. So you're going to want to stick your hose as far down that pipe as you can.
Oh.
And let it fill from there.
And from there, okay.
The reason we fill it from there is because that's connected to all the plumbing in your tub.
Ah.
No pumps run dry or anything like that.
Yeah, you want to make sure there's as much water as you can get into that plumbing before
Into that
you
plumbing.
turn it on.
Okay.
Because if you turn it on and you turn on the jets and there's no water in those pipes, then
You'll
the
burn
tub's
the
just
motor.
going to lock up on you.
Okay.
So, rarely when you fill it through there, it's very rare, but it can still happen, the airlock. If that does happen, then you'll probably just be able to call the shop, and they'll probably be able to guide you through it
Okay.
and on how to fix it.
Got it.
The other thing that's going to be going on down there is your silver ion. You know, just stick this right back down into that pipe, and that's it.
All right.
Put your filter over top of it, put the cap over top of it, and just screw it down and leave it there.
So what does that do?
This is a general sanitizer for your tub. Helps prevent the growth of algae, bacteria, things like that.
Oh, right on.
These do last for about 4 months or so. He did mark it for the 1st of July on there. The first week of July.
Got it. So we need every 4 months replace that with a new one.
Yeah. These are a little dependent on use, though. So if you're throwing a whole bunch of parties in this tub,
It's a
might,
party. It
might
will
go
be.
a little bit
Sooner.
quicker.
So maybe 3 months.
Yeah. So you'll
So buy a supply of them.
yeah. They won't go bad. So you know you can store them in your garage, something like that.
So as far as but once it's been used, you're not. There's no way to actually repurpose it or reuse it or clean it.
No.
All right, you're
Not as
tossing
far
it.
as I'm aware.
Okay, got it. All right.
When it's time for it to go, there'll be a white buildup on
Yeah,
it.
I was-
All right.
When you pull your filters out to clean them, I'd recommend pulling this out as well, checking for that white buildup on the bottom here.
All right.
If there's just a little bit down here, you're still good for a while. If there's starting to be an excessive amount down here, though, it's probably about time to change it.
Okay.
So, this, though, can't go in until the tub is full, because this is activated with water, and if it deactivates, like dries out, then it won't reactivate. So,
Okay.
Should be pretty much it for your filters, though.
Great.
Make sure there's nothing else in the bag.